Welcome to the desk. Bookshelf speaker reviews. We have on the desk today the Jamo C91 version 2s, the concert series. I like these. They're not very expensive at all at $199. They do have a bigger brother than 93s that are probably the better option to go for. These being so much smaller than them, there's a bigger cabinet on the 93s, there's a bigger driver, there's a bigger port, and it just has more bottom end. So I think already right out of the gate, if you're going between the 93s and these here, you should go for the bigger brother. So quick disclaimer, I know the series is called The Desk and you see my speakers are on my desk, but I do listen to them both far away from me and near field, so I give you a overall review of what they do up close and from a normal sitting position. So I know a lot of people in some of the other videos say, hey, you gotta listen to these in your room, you're too close to them. Well, I listen to them both ways so that I can give you guys both different types of reviews. I just do the overall review right here on the desk. So these speakers, yeah, I like them a lot. They sound incredibly good, but they can sound incredibly bad very fast. I can't remember exactly what their frequency response was. I'll put it on the screen here, but whatever it is, don't listen to it. Don't play them lower than 80 or 90 hertz, because the moment that you do, you cause two problems. Problem number one is that it just sounds like a $199 speaker. It becomes very boxy, very boomy. There is no low end. You're not getting any low end bass out of these. Of course, they're like 4 pounds each. So you're not gonna get any lower end under really 80 hertz, 75 hertz maybe. Even in room response, I didn't get much lower than that. They can sound boxy and boomy very fast under 75 or 80 hertz. So if you have them crossed over any lower than that, you are not going to like how they sound. If you do pump too much bass in them, not only do they sound boxy, but there's a very small port on the back of these speakers here, which is good because usually if you put them against the wall, it'll help reinforce some of the bass. But there is a lot of port chuffing coming from this little port on the back. I honestly, it may be crazy to say, if you're using these as near field, I would probably plug that port, because that port is almost as loud as the music itself, and it doesn't take much bass for you to hear the air passing through. If you're not sure what port chuffing is when you have a speaker or a subwoofer or anything that has a port on the back and you can hear the air escaping the enclosure and going out into the room, and you can hear that air pass through that port. We call that port chuffing, and you can hear it pretty easily when you're listening to anything. I'm gonna play a song for you guys just so you guys can hear kind of how they sound. Now this song is called The Truth by Jack and Gustav, G-U-U-S-T-A-V-V. This song really shows off the Jamo speakers because this kind of sits in that 70-80 hertz range. It drops a little bit lower than that, but a lot of what you hear is in that area. My favorite part about these speakers is the upper mid-range and the treble. It sounds incredibly well. If you spend just a few moments of your time kind of getting like the equalizer correct, getting the right amount of bass added, taking away or adding enough treble to the system, you get a really good sound for $199. And now I'm intrigued by this to go find the Jamo C93s, the bigger bookshelves, because if these sound this good at $199, I wonder what you get for just $100 more. So I may have to swap these out and bring these in, bring the 93s in, because these sound really good for $199 near field, and you know, at a normal listening position, a normal listening distance. They sound really well. I'm actually thoroughly impressed, but I'm not surprised because Jamo does this a lot. Jamo speakers are really good. And it's crazy that a lot of people don't know that they're like a sister company or, you know, a partnership with Klipsch. They're one and the same. But I like these. The design of them is always better. These look so good. I think they look a lot better than the Klipsch speakers do. And sometimes I may even favor the sound of these versus some of their Klipsch counterparts, to be honest with you. So it's a small territory between the two. There's sometimes I like these better. These in particular have a really smooth upper mid bass response. It sounds so smooth. It's not a big driver. They're 4 inches, and then there's a 1-inch tweeter inside a waveguide, but it sounds so much larger than it is. Even in the mid bass, you wouldn't expect a 4-inch speaker to give you this kind of mid bass presence, but it does, and it does across the room. It actually carries, and you get good usable sound throughout most of the room. I've said in my unboxing video that I wouldn't recommend these for like your main home theater speakers, like front left, front right. I wouldn't do that. It would be a mistake because they can't handle the information that's going to be playing through a normal left and right speaker. But surround sound, this would be perfect. They don't like a lot of bass, and you don't really need a lot of bass in your surround sound setup. You can even maybe find a bracket to put these on the wall with, and maybe use them as some Atmos speakers if you don't have any. If you want to hang them on a wall pointing downwards or something like that, you could get away with something like this, because again, they don't weigh very much, and they give you just enough bass response to be qualified for an Atmos speaker. But front stage, I wouldn't even think about it. Maybe D93s would do better. I assume they would, but these, I wouldn't do that. But near field listening on my desk is great. Let's just play another song. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. So this is an example of when things can get a little bit boxy sounding. There's a lot of lower bass in this, and you can't really hear it because it doesn't dig that deep. So all you get is a lot of air and just this hollow sound. And so this is an example of a kind of song I wouldn't play. Now the instruments, the piano and everything sounds really good, but the synthesized beat, not too good for something like this. These are just random songs. I don't know what they are. So when you buy these speakers, I hope that you're not buying them for dedicated 2-channel music, because that is a mistake. They are inexpensive for a reason, and so you're not going to get the best crossover, you're not going to get the best sound, you're not going to get the bass you want, you're not going to get this super huge stereo imaging. They image a lot bigger than what they are, but you're not going to get what you need for a good music replicating system. You have these, again, for surround sounds, or maybe you play games on your laptop or your desktop and you need some speakers. You have an amplifier to power them. That's what you would use these for. They actually do sound really good near field, but they're not going to blow your mind by any means. They will exceed your expectations, but they will not blow your mind. I'm just going to go through some more random songs. See, something like this sounds good. There's no bass in this. Right now you just hear piano and a couple other instruments, and it likes that. It likes those upper range instruments like a piano or a guitar, violin, even like a trumpet, something like that. It likes those kinds of things. It doesn't really like synthesized music. I bet this would sound good for rock as well. I'm gonna find something that has some voices in it and see what we think about something like that. I don't know any of these songs. It's just copyright free music, so I don't know any of these things, but we'll try something here.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, really wanna know.
It just sounds so good. It's crazy what Jamo does for the price tag. I don't really know that there's anything out there that's competing with Jamo in the price point, as far as I know. I've never heard a speaker $199 sound this good. I just have not. This is beating out a lot of things around this price point. It's smoking the Polk T50s. If you're wondering how those compare, the T series, this series smokes it. It just looks better in general. The color combination is beautiful. You can get them in a wide variety of colors, and again, they're so readily available. They don't cost much to most anybody. I'm gonna play some more.
If I never figure out where the road goes, even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Wow.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
I think there's a beat that starts.
Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high.
I'm gonna stop it because I could listen to the rest of this song. I'm gonna end the review here because I can say so much about these. But if you have them in your cart, take them out and put in the 93s. Take these out, put in the 93s. Unless you have 93s and you want these for like a near field or maybe surround, then maybe buy them. Skip these, go straight to the 93s. It's gonna that will blow your mind what you're getting for the money, because these sound incredibly better than what I thought they would sound for $199, being 4 pounds with a 4-inch driver inside. It sounds really good. The part that's getting me so excited about them is just how airy and free they sound in a room like this that's pretty well treated, I would say, in my own opinion, near field, and they're powered by 50 watts. And it sounds good. 50 watts is the nominal rating that it wants you to at least put 50 watts to it. Recommends 100 watts, but I have half of that going to them, and they take them and they're doing incredibly well with it. They're not efficient speakers at all, coming in at 86 dB, but 50 watts isn't hard to power. Most receivers, if not all of them, will give you more than 50 watts. So they're easy. You can pair them with whatever you want to. But what gets me excited is just how big they sound in relation to how small they are. I gotta get the 93s and see what they sound like. So I'm probably gonna get those today and ship them here and do another the desk video, because these sound amazing. Get these out of your cart, put in the 93s, buy them. You won't be upset. Kpaceguy said it first. I'm leaving. I'm gonna listen to some more music. You guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.